Three, two, and we're live. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode of CampusCare EdTalks presented by Entab, an exclusive platform where the stalwarts of education come on board and express their viewpoint on burning topics related to education. Before I begin, let me quickly introduce you to Entab. We are a 20-year-old IT company engaged in providing futuristic and matured school ERP, CRM, and mobile apps to the top schools spread across India and help transform them from good schools to the great ones. In today's session of Ed Talks, we will discuss the contribution of technology in managing the schools. We'll understand how can technology help schools administratively, pre and post examination tasks, so on and so forth. Sorry, my bad. But before we begin, if you, in case you haven't subscribed to the channel, to those who are watching me on YouTube, please do so. Click on the bell icon so that you stay regularly updated. Our first guest of the day is Sheela Mallya ma'am, the principal of Ashoknagar branch and chief of academic board of Children's Academy Group of School, Mumbai. For her contribution to the field of education for more than 3 decades, ma'am has recently received the Spirit of Kamala Harris Cognition 2021. That's right. The Gloria de Souza International Excellence Award and the Acharya Devo Bhava Award and many more. Congratulations, ma'am. Ma'am believes in the concept of lifelong and life-wide learning for all. Welcome on board, ma'am.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Alka Murthy, ma'am, the principal of Zydus School for Excellence, Ahemdabad in Gujarat. Ma'am has received recognition from Microsoft for celebrating technology. She has also won the Best Educationist Award from the International Institute of Education and Management. Welcome on board, ma'am.
Thank you.
Moving forward, we have Paramita ma'am, the principal of Narberam Hansraj English School, Jamshedpur in Jharkhand. Ma'am has been serving in the field of education for more than 2 decades now. Ma'am is also the British Council School Ambassador and British Council Core Skills Master Trainer and a certified ISO auditor. Wow. Welcome on board, ma'am. Quite a unique skill
Thank
set.
you. Thank you.
Now, last but not the least, we have Saumen Chakrabarti, sir, the principal of JRS Public School, Nadia in West Bengal. Sir has been serving the education sector for more than 2 decades with his motto to stay positive, maintain communication, and do the right thing involving technology safely with futuristic attitude. Welcome on board, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Tav, as well as all the dignitaries present here.
Right. So before I begin, I'm your host and your host, Himanshu Singh Riyad from Entab. So in case if you have any queries, please mention your messages on the chat, on live chat, and I'll happily take it up, and I'll also give you a shout out. So let's get ahead with our webinar, ma'ams and sir. Our audience would like to know that how can integration of technology help in school management in administrative tasks like fee collection, enrollments, to save time and to make it error free. Let's begin with Paramita, ma'am.
See, we have the school management system, and the school management system has been developed by a IT partner, and it has been installed in our school since 2010. So we have been using components of it, and every year we have been upgrading. And fee collection is one of the features that is associated with the school management system. And so it has been a very effective and efficient method. And immediately that is paid online is updated in the system, and the fee defaulters are immediately given alerts as to the non-payment of fees. And it's very easy for the accountant and the accounts department to keep a tab on this fee collection process through this system. And we have been using the other features of the school management system, like the report card generation, and performance analysis. And in every sphere of school administration, the school management system has been effectively used. And we found it to be very efficient, very time, it saves time, and it makes the work more error free. So, it's a data based process, and the data can be used for a variety of reasons, and for structuring the school, for scheduling, for examination purposes, and a host of other activities.
Right. Ma'am, one of the most important aspect ma'am spoke about was the data management. Alka, ma'am, how do you have any processes and system in place in your school when it
Yes,
comes
yes.
to data management?
We have a school ERP. Many things Paramita ma'am has mentioned, but I would like to add few more things like attendance, timetable, proxy given. Even teacher, apart from report cards, that is school children evaluation, student evaluation, we can even go in for performance evaluation of the teachers. And you can maintain a record for years. So you would have a rough idea whether the graph is going up or not for each teacher who's been working with you.
Right.
Uh, then fee, of course, she mentioned about fee reconciliation. That is definitely there. We have admission process. We have our transport, which is on the ERP, right from the routes and everything, so that the parent gets an alert. We have log sheet sharing. That is, you share the day's work with each parent. We manage events also, all school events which are there in the almanac, scheduling of those events. Plus, we have previous years drawbacks that were there. So this tends to help us in proper decision making, improving on the events,
Right.
school events.
But ma'am, I spoke about data. So do you have anything in place when it comes to data management?
Yeah, see, if you look at it, when we started with it, we had the master data created for each child at the entry level. But this data goes on up till class 12.
Right.
Similarly for the teacher. So this every year for a human being, see, every year a new teacher takes up the child. But if you have a system in place where the child's profile is there, the new teacher can see the child's complete profile right from the day he entered the school till wherever he or she is right now.
Right, ma'am. Right. Uh,
This data is on cloud. So, we pay for per child and we ask the vendor to maintain it. So the data security also is in place.
right. Okay. Sheila, ma'am, over to you. Ma'am spoke about so many modules that are available, basically, so many features and characteristics that are available in an ERP that it's actually mesmerizing. So, ma'am, when it comes to see what we do when we talk about ERP, we go a step beyond. We go to the next level of ERP and automation. But I would love to know, and my audience would love to know, do you have any mechanism to predict the future? Basically, do predictive modeling and understand what would be the figures be in the future.
Well, I think we use it constructively for predicting the future in the sense there's a lot of data mining that we do, and the analytics help us to do a lot of predictions for the future, and accordingly we make changes. For instance, uh, if we are looking at the lesson plans are a part of the teacher management system where our research associates they fill in the lesson plan details with all the resources and assignments in place. Now, when an individual teacher is looking at the lesson plan and is actually transacting it in the classroom, there's every possibility for the teacher to point out mistakes on the part of the lesson plan maker, in the sense that she might say that, okay, you have assigned 30 minutes for this task, for this strategy, but it took me much more longer. You have assigned 2 periods for this, but I took 4 periods. I could have done it in a better manner. So all these are kind of collected by way of feedback, and then we work on it for the forthcoming year.
So all these things become the variable factors and parameters on which your prediction would take place, right?
Exactly.
Wonderful, wonderful. Saumen sir, over to you. One of the major tasks is that sometimes we also receive complaints that the data gets so much heavy, so heavy that during and especially during examinations, because we constantly also keep on getting requests that we want to do the entire examination at one point, which is technologically not feasible and possible because there is so many members who going to go online. So how do you address these issues when it comes to what sort of systems do you use so that you can have these online examinations and such data management tasks much more effectively and easily?
Uh, Thank you, Himanshu, for your queries and question, and give me the opportunity to share my views on this. Firstly, regarding management system, hierarchical database management system, then network database system, and object-oriented database system. These are the three important things related with our school ERP.
Wow.
And there are different particular people who are looking after all these things in our school. And as we have, we are a unit of our educational institute. We have other colleges and things also. So as a whole, as a unit, we are maintaining this data using our ERP professionals and ERP things from different stakeholders. But important thing is that how we are involving the parents, because in this pandemic time, how parents are motivated to manage in time of this data management, because our main target is the students whose academic development is very important, and for that this data management is a very crucial plays a crucial role in school management, because the today's topic is also very important. Thank you for the topic, choosing this a very good topic for this discussion. So regarding database management, we have a clear role of ERP in our school, and they ERP professionals are there. So they looks after in a very systematic manner from the very beginning, as other panelists has mentioned there. That from the very nursery class when they join, the data stays there up to 12, but it doesn't complete by 12. Even after 12 years, when they will come back, that also important. For that, cloud is there. For cloud, we are keeping so many things. But that also, day by day, when this corona comes, at first we are very much unhappy. But it gives us an opportunity to
Upgrade.
develop ourselves also.
To upgrade, yeah. To upgrade, basically.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right. Back to Paramita, ma'am. Very quickly, we talk about whenever we talk about technology, and especially nowadays, we want everything to be done within a jiffy of a time, right? So when it comes to effective ERP systems or effective management systems or solutions, we expect to get real time notification like what is happening at this point of time in my school with my child. So
So we have the, sorry, yes, continue, please.
no, ma'am, go on. So that's what I wanted to know. What is your feedback regarding it?
See, real-time notification is very important in today's times, because you never know when things might what might happen at what point of time. So we have the SMS system, which is incorporated in the school management system, and we can send real-time notifications immediately to all our stakeholders as and when required, to our parents, to students. Um, to our vendors also, if necessary, if we require something very urgently. And so this is a very important structured system that we have in place, uh, a structured mechanism we have in place to send SMS alerts, alarms immediately to our parents,
Right,
particularly, most importantly, to our parents.
right. Of course. Alka, ma'am, what about you?
We also have the same system in place, SMS, real time.
Okay,
I mean,
Sheela, ma'am.
it's even we are now working on bus routes also. When will the child get down from the bus? At what time will the bus arrive at the a particular
Particular
stop.
stop. Yeah.
If it is late, yeah, if it is late, then an SMS will go to the parent that the bus is late at this stop for some. We're working on that now. Not yet implemented totally, but the process is on.
Right. Sheila, ma'am. Ma'am, mute, 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 mute.
I'm sorry.
No,
Since
no.
Madam Alka and Paromita have already spoken on the push notifications and the stuff, I will focus on a different aspect altogether. We dabbled with a little bit of real-time feedback for students, in terms of academics. We introduced an app where on a day-to-day basis, small tests were kind of given to the students where it was based on the content taught on that day. So it was not more than 5 to 10 minutes, and it was just based on MCQs. But these were not very direct answers. It was more of trying to find out the conceptual understanding, especially in physics, math. So, and since these were not of a long duration of 5 to 6 minutes, children loved them, and this was kind of, they could build on points and they could be rewarded later. All of this we tried. So, the real time part of it is the child would instantly come to know his score, and in case he scored less, it was linked to a remediation module where he could revisit that part of the chapter all over again.
So basically, you gamified the entire process. It's called gamification.
Exactly. Yeah, more child friendly and interesting for them.
Actually, I wanted to come on this. So, Saumen sir, we can talk about this feature and that feature, and this being a fully loaded feature, and whether it's a car, it's a school ERP, or whether it's a plane. At the end of the day, everything depends upon how is it easy to use. Is it user friendly? Do my teachers actually can my teachers actually play around with this? Do you face certain hindrance from from schools, from teachers, from user, and from parents as well, because they are also an important stakeholder?
Yes, right. You are right. Actually, my school is in such a place. It is far away from Kolkata, but it is in Nadia district, which is in the rural side. But one thing is, you will be feel very strange by seeing that the parents of our area are very much tech friendly. And when we introduce our online classes after the pandemic in 6th April 2020, before that we had all this app system, this messaging system was there since our inception of the school. But when the online classes started, especially in after pandemic, we were very much aware first that how to motivate the parents towards these tech-friendly activities, because they are living in such a places where technology has not yet reached. But Himanshu, you will be very much happy by hearing that I didn't face any problem in explaining the parents, because when I conduct the parent-teacher meeting in the school through online or offline, the parents are very much motivated and they are very much helpful. They had a helpful attitude that yes, they are having a this futuristic attitude that yes, my child would be a future leader, a global citizen. This concept, though were in theoretical, now it comes to practical field. And even children, today also we had a offline exam, but children were giving online also some exam, because both the blended matter was there. As pandemic is still in some places, some fear is not gone from the mind of the parents. But in the end of the day, when the school management needs to look after the costing involvement related with these technologies, all these things are coming into the head, and parents are very much happy. I think nowadays they have understood that what is the prudency in taking technology at a very early stage, so that their children can become the future runner and future citizen in a software development activities in R&D sector in later years.
Right. Right. Paramita ma'am, over to you. Your experience with your teachers as well as your parents.
Okay, I would say that the technology has been a boon during these times, these uncertain times. And our teachers have been very adaptable to the technology, to the online classes that they had to take suddenly, for which they were obviously not mentally prepared. And but when we started with a training module first for them, and then they took it to heart, and they did a very good job. And parents were initially, I would say, a little reluctant. Not all parents, but there were some whom we had to convince to because we were using the Zoom app, and there was a lot of kind of negativity about the Zoom apps, and so the parents were a little concerned. But we had to persuade and convince them. We had Zoom sessions with them, and later on we switched to Google Classroom. So then everything came. I mean, they also came on board, and it was. I would say in the later part of the year, it was a very smooth journey, and we had a very effective and efficient method of delivering classes and interacting with all our stakeholders, including, of course, parents.
Wonderful. Alka ma'am, over to you. Your experience, please share.
Yeah, as far as my teachers are concerned, I think I have all praises for them. We did not have any special training for them. We started with a small group which tried different software, and then this group went on to train others. So initially we started for classes 6 to 12. Later on we came down to the junior level. As far as pre-primary is concerned, we are still sending them links to videos because children find it very difficult to sit at a given time, and there's only one way communication for them. So things have been difficult as far as teacher point of view is concerned, for a teacher to convince and ensure that her teaching is being taken the way she would have liked it to be when she was teaching personally. So somewhere down the line, the teacher satisfaction was not there. But when it comes to coping with technology, I think I have all praises for them. We were also using only Zoom, and yes, parents, again, we have a diverse group. So with some of them, we even had problems with if more than one child is there, we had to stagger the timing so that the same device can be used by the other child. So that was somewhat like a challenge for us, making a fresh timetable, where if you have only one or two devices, smartphones or
It
laptops
becomes
at home, children should be able to still manage.
yeah.
It's been a fulfilling experience, I would still say.
Wonderful.
I only pray that children do well. It should not be like a 0 years for them, because that satisfaction of ensuring that learning has taken place is still it has its own doubts.
I'll tell you what, on that very note, I'll tell you what, I was in conversation with a very reputed educator on webinar, on live, it is there on record on my channel. And you know what she mentioned? She was like, Himanshu, you'll be surprised that before lockdown, the result was something else. And now after lockdown, every student is getting above 95%, which clearly shows how technology has worked. So, lastly, I would go to Sheela ma'am. Sheela ma'am, your viewpoint on how parents and what was your experience with parents as well as your teachers. And before I come to you, Sheela ma'am, I'm so sorry. I'll quickly share one very important, video with all of you right now. I mean, I won't play it, but I'm pretty sure everybody must have seen either that video or a photograph that goes on to show the adaptive nature of an educator. There was this one old lady, like my mother's age. She's taking down an online class, right? And her phone is hooked by two rubber bands, and the phone is there, and in front of the phone she's taking the online class, and the board is kept on a chair, and I guess she's in a balcony or maybe in her guest room or somewhere. But look at the amount of dedication. No matter what, whatever corona, whatever happened, learning never stopped. Sheila ma'am, over to you. Your experience with dealing with parents and your teachers, your staff?
So this is specifically with regard to the corona time or with regard to technology?
Ma'am, with regard to tech, now though I know, because I can understand earlier, no matter how much reluctancy schools had, now the technology was entrusted upon them.
Actually, Children's Academy Group of Schools has always been, at the forefront when it comes to usage of technology. We have always had an integrated management of several operations using technology. It's been quite some time. And as you rightly pointed out, whenever there are changes, nobody really takes it very willingly. There had been a little bit of an opposition from the parents, from the teachers, everyone. But the moment people got to know, the plus side to it, the kind of reports that you can generate, the analytics that you can make, and the whole idea of how user friendly it is. Once the proper training was imparted, and now I think if you ask the same teachers and the parents, can we go back to being the prior school and do away with technology? They will say no, Baba, no. For parents, we have the parent app in place. For teachers, the teacher app in place. I guess that makes it a lot more easier for them to kind of maneuver through all this.
Of course, every section gets segregated, and
Yes.
all of them have their own access to different features. Thank you so
Correct.
much to the lovely ladies and to the handsome gentlemen for giving me your valuable time. It was a pleasure having this conversation with you. I told you it would only take us 30 minutes. I kept in well within time. So, if I would have gone off script, I'm so sorry for that. If I put you in a situation where we're not supposed to be, but I literally thoroughly enjoyed. I wish the topic was a bit more social, so that we could have engraved upon it and try to uncover more layers of the topic. But I hope you had a wonderful time. I'll get you back on board on some other topic as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Shaman sir. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Same to you.